welcome back. This is Crazy Bat Lady. I want to go over some quick tips to help you beat the Spiral Abyss Floor 12. As of this video, it's 2.6 and this abyss might be around for a while. First tip I can say is to always check what the blessing of the Abyssal Moon is, because sometimes these are really good and you can actually build around them. Unfortunately, the current one isn't very helpful, as most of the tough enemies are going to have huge beefy shields, and this won't apply to them. So I'm just going to go right into building characters. For the first half, you want Anemo. If you have Kazuha or Venti, it is definitely their time. I have Sucrose here, which works great. You're also going to want a Hydro character, someone that can apply a lot of Hydro, like Mona, Xingqiu, Ayato, Kokomi, whoever really. And then obviously like some damage dealing characters. So you're gonna want grouping and Hydro mostly. As for the second half, you're gonna need Cryo and a lot of Cryo. I highly recommend running a freeze team, because this will come in handy, especially on the second chamber. So if you got like Ayaka or Ganyu, definitely run them. This is definitely their time to shine. If you don't have either of these Cryo Queens, you can use someone like Rosaria, or Changyan mixed with Rosaria is actually really good, because then you're constantly applying Cryo. And then throw Xingqiu on there, and I don't know, maybe like Bennett or someone. And you'll be doing some pretty good damage. Of course, you want to invest in these characters and get them good crit rate, crit damage, etc., etc. Because most of this is around making your characters strong. So let's go to floor 1. First tip here I can say is always pick the blue cards, because they will carry throughout the whole floor. When you enter here, go to the right and start attacking the treasure hoarder. The guys with the hats will come towards your area. And here's why I say you pretty much have to have Anemo. I mean, you don't have to, but it's a huge pain if you don't, because you want all those enemies in one spot. They're spread out quite a lot, as you can see. After you kill the first wave, there's going to be 2 Karages and a lot more treasure hoarders. What I like to do is go around and focus my attention on the treasure hoarders, because they're super annoying and they'll throw flasks at you and apply a lot of different statuses. Definitely recommend taking them out, and the Karage will get hurt in the process. Once they're low health, make sure that they're both around the same health so that you can kill them both at the same time. Killing them both at the same time is ideal, because if you kill one and not the other one will replenish a ton of health. And if it looks crazy, that means you're doing it right. The second half of the first chamber is pretty simple. You just kill 2 ruin guards. It's couldn't be more simple than that. Once you're in chamber 2, there's going to be 6 Whopper flowers in total. They'll all spawn right here, and you can actually get a hit off before they come out of the ground completely. You're just going to want to keep them in a line, group them up as best as you can, and try to kill them all at once. They do tend to go underground occasionally, so do watch out for that, but just stay in one part of the map and they will come to you. One thing that's worth mentioning is when the Pyro Whopper flowers get their shield, if you hit them with Electro, it'll cause overload and they'll go flying, and it's actually really annoying to deal with, because then you gotta chase them around the map. So I recommend trying not to proc overload. Now we're at the part with the 3 different flavors of Abyss Lectors. You're going to want to go to the side of the map so that they all kind of just cuddle in the middle. At least the Pyro and the Electro will huddle next to each other, and the Hydro one's gonna kind of move around a lot, but he'll come to your location. So just focus your attention on the Fire and Electro one. And this is why freezing is so good, because you can get all three of them there at the same time. And it's really, really useful. Also, you could use a shield here as well. If you're not constantly keeping them frozen, they can hurt a lot. Especially the Pyro one. It's a really nasty status effect. I'll talk about more later on in the video. The Electro one steals your energy, and the Hydro one increases your cooldown of your elemental skills. And it's, in my opinion, that's the most annoying one. But once you've got them down to their shield stage, just kind of same thing. Focus on the Pyro and Electro one, and the Hydro will come to you. If you do have like bursts of Cryo, I recommend saving them for him though. Now we're on to Chamber 3. I'm gonna use the same tactic as before, run off to the left, and the other one will kind of just like hover over to the other one. And now that they're both in one little spot, you can go and start attacking them. Do attack on the side, because some attacks do tend to have a little bit of knockback. And you don't want them to be knocked away from each other. You want them nice and comfortable like this. Because pretty much every hit is going to be hitting both of them. And you're going to want a lot of time for the second half of this chamber. And again, this is why I recommend using Hydro. You can use Electro for this, but Hydro is definitely supreme. It's gonna do you really well. Or having both, like I do in this footage. Now, they inflict a really nasty status effect. It's kind of like a corrosion proc, but like worse. As you can see, that ticked like half of the health. And it actually applies to all your characters at once. So do watch out for that, because it's pretty nasty. For the second half, it's gonna be all about keeping them in one spot. What I like to do is run back here, because they both kind of meet in the middle. And I can freeze them right there and try to keep them from going anywhere else. Keeping these guys frozen is pretty much the best way to deal with them, because they move around a lot, and I mean a lot, and they're also pretty spongy, so. You can also use any taunt ability, such as Ganyu's Flower, Baron Bunny, Mona's Elemental Skill, etc., and they'll go towards it, and it'll kind of take the aggro so that you can attack them both easier and freeze them. And that's actually going to be like just about all for these guys. You just want to keep them together as best as you can. A couple other tidbits to keep in mind is you don't have to do the whole run with the same set of characters. You can actually always go back and complete one of the chambers that you weren't able to get 3 stars on. The shields are definitely annoying, but it's totally doable. You can have like level 10 characters and still take out the shields. So anyways, I hope that you found this helpful. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it a ton, and have a wonderful day. Bye.